Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to search individual databases that the East Library subscribes to. So once again, we're going to start at the Cherry Hill East homepage, and we will go to Academics, and we will go to Library. Once you get to the library site, this time you are going to hopefully not have to wait as long as I did for it to load. But this time you are going to click on the word databases across the top. And once I click on that, you'll see the search bar does come up, which we talked about in the previous video. But if you come down here to searching databases using the A to Z list or searching databases by subject area, this is where you would go to be able to click into the individual databases. As you saw in the last video, using the search bar here, we'll search all of our resources at once. But there may be times when you just want to look in a specific particular database, depending on what you're trying to find, and it will be easier for you to go to just the database itself. So again, two different ways that you can get there. I'm going to go first to databases by subject. And if we scroll down a little bit, you'll see there are some that come up that have relevant information across many different subject or discipline areas. So you can click on these depending on what it is that you're looking for. Or you can go across the top here to some specific subject areas. If we click over to, you'll find more options for you to go to. So if I go to biology, for example, you'll see there's some Medline, so the Merck manual, consumer version, professional versions that come up, and some other science-specific encyclopedias, reference books, periodicals, JSTOR database, green file, and other things that could be potentially useful depending on what it is you are looking for. I'm going to go back to all subjects because this Gale Virtual Reference Library is one that I would like to demonstrate for you. It also does show up here under biology as somewhere you can go for reference biology books specifically too. So if we go into the virtual reference library, I was able to get directly in because I have already signed in to a library database today. If you're unsure, if you get to the screen for your username and password, you can refer to my first video, or you would simply type in your ID number where it says username, and then whatever your same password is for all things school related in the password line. The note that you need to remember for username is that you do not put in at chclc.org. You only put in your ID number. So you'll see here we are in a specific collection, the specific science collection for the virtual reference books. I can type in, if I go to the search bar here, I can type in something specific that I am looking for, and it searches in the science collection of our Gale ebooks. So these are reference books, encyclopedias, other types of reference volumes that we are accessing in a digital online format using this database. So there's Science and Its Times as an example, medical science, biotechnology and context, encyclopedia of science, technology, and ethics as some of the examples of the ebooks, e-reference books that you are getting at within this database. Once you find a entry that you think is going to be useful to you, when you click in here, you will get to the full text of the information itself from within the book. And also, if you come up to the top, there are other ways, other layouts that you can look at, the table of contents for this entry, or you can have it in a view that looks like a book itself. some important things to note, as we talked about in the other, the first video. You can get to the citation information by coming here to Cite, and we will have the MLA information. My third video is going to get into making your reference list, your citations specifically, but here is some of the citation tool information. And also of importance, on this page, it looks a little bit different in the Gale Virtual Reference Library, but where it says here, Get Link, this is what you would want to select here, and then right click and copy, so that you can then add this to, if I go back into my docs, that wasn't it. Oh, it worked anyway. If I go back into my docs from earlier, I can open up that same pandemic document that I was saving my permalinks to, and I can now add the information from this ebook. And again, I'll copy the title here so that I can have it to get back into and refer to later on. So that is just a little bit briefly on using the Gale Virtual Reference Library, which we accessed via the databases page on our library site, and going into databases by subject specifically. If, again, you need help finding something in particular that you are looking to research, do not hesitate to reach out. COREILLY@chclc.org is my email address. Or you can also reach out to Ms. Greenblatt, 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 at chclc.org, and we will be happy to help out in any way that we can with finding some specific information for you. And be sure to watch the third and final video on making your reference list once you've gathered all your resources and decided which ones are going to give you the information you need for your project. Thanks, everybody.